High School, I'm Tanner Strive.
I'm Savannah Troy.
And you're watching
Cutlass TV News.
Jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing, that bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell rock. Jingle bells time and jingle bells time. Dancing.
On Tuesday, Belton's hosting It's a Wonderful Life. Here's more on the story by Savannah Truitt, Mason Goffey, and TJ Brown.
This year, Miss Babcock's company class is putting on the play It's a Wonderful Life. Miss Babcock shares more about the play and the students that put it all together.
It's a Wonderful Life is about a man named George Bailey who has kind of given up all of his hopes and dreams because of family obligations and civic duty and to basically just help other people around his small town of Bedford Falls. The company class is a production class, so we're always putting on productions, and I selected this particular production because of the time of the season that it was going to be performed, so it's around Christmas time, and because there's numerous parts and I have a fairly large class, and so I wanted to make sure that everybody had a part, and it's a fun classic that I thought would be interesting to perform. There's 19 students. I guess the title roles are played by Daniel Miller. He plays George Bailey. Samantha Hennessy plays his wife Mary, and I have Ty Boss plays Clarence, which is his guardian angel, and Mallory Van Meter plays one of the other main angels, and so there's a lot of other people in it, but those are some of the main ones.
Some of the main characters give a sneak peek into their personal and class preparations.
I play Jo, who is a senior angel, and her goal is to basically help a younger angel named Clarence. She's going to help him get his wings by helping a man named George Bailey. We don't do a lot of preparation during class, even though that's like our main time to work on the show. It's like there's not enough time to do much. And so we basically try and run through the show as many times as possible during class, but for the most part you have to memorize your lines outside of that.
I play George Bailey. He's an adventurous type. He wants to go out and explore the world, but he is stuck in a small town called Bedford Falls. And the story of It's a Wonderful Life revolves around George Bailey and his life up until a point when he contemplates committing suicide, throwing away God's greatest gift, life. I've prepared by watching the movie multiple times. It's actually my mom's favorite movie, so I did it as kind of a surprise for her, but it didn't work out as well. I've just rehearsed lines over and over again. I still have lots of lines to learn, even though the show is on Tuesday. But yeah, it's just a lot of preparation. I actually fell in love with acting my freshman year, even though I couldn't think of myself as an actor until after the first semester. And then I took acting one. I did pretty well on it, actually, and I felt that I could really see myself doing this kind of thing. And so I tried out for the winter play. I got the smallest part. I had 3 lines, and then I kept trying out for things, and eventually I just grew to love it even more and more. And now I'm here.
I play Clarence Oddbody. He's like this angel who doesn't have his wings yet, and the whole time throughout this whole show he's trying to get his wings by helping George Bailey, so he acts as sort of like a guardian angel to him, but he's kind of a stupid angel, honestly. He's like, everything like really goes over his head, but he's a really good guy, and he like tries to do the best he can to help people out. We don't get much preparation time during school, so like everything's on us after school to like do everything, learn lines, you know, develop our character more, and just all of that. Acting, I mean, ever since I was a kid, I've always watched like Star Wars and everything else, so like the closest thing that I could ever come to becoming those people is acting. and I'm trying to become a professional actor. And so last year I was like, all right, this is what I got to do to get to this position. So here I am.
Be sure to check out It's a Wonderful Life on December 19th at 7 p.m. in the Forum Theater. With Mason Goffey and Avery Hobson, I'm Savannah Truitt for Cutlass TV News. Basketball has started at Belton High School. Here's more on the season by Tanner Strife, TJ Brown, Avery Hobson, and Mason Goffey.
With a promising start to the season, Belton takes home a first home win on Wednesday. Antoine Nunn, with a record-breaking 7 steals in a game, shares his feelings when told the news.
I was pretty surprised when the coach told me. I didn't realize during the game that I was setting a record. I didn't even know what the record was, but I was excited. Man, I don't step out on the court. I just feel like nobody can guard me, so I played my best.
Sabir Brown, last Saturday's leading scorer, speaks his feelings about senior year.
Being a senior and this being my last home game opener, I'm excited. I'm never going to be able to relive this moment, and I wouldn't want to do it with any other group of guys. Being a leading scorer on Saturday game, it felt good, but I can't take the credit for it. Without my teammates being able to set me up for good shots, it wouldn't happen. I expect it to be a great season. We got a good group of guys this year, a strong group of seniors, and I expect it to be a great season.
Senior Gio Oquendo has mixed emotions about his last basketball season.
The feeling I get when stepping out on the court is nervous at first, but then you realize that you just have to do your job and focus on what you have to do. For me to be a senior and for this to be my last home opener, it's a very good feeling that I won't be able to recreate ever again.
With a promising outlook on this year's season, come out and support on Tuesday your Belton High School basketball team. With Mason Goffey, TJ Brown, Avery Hobson, and Robert Thomas, I'm Tanner Strife with Cutlass TV News. This past week, both band and choir held their winter concerts. Here's more on the story by Michael Landreth, Savannah Truitt, Brian Reyes, and Daniel Higgins.
This week, both BHS choirs and bands performed their winter concerts. Senior Marissa Goretz is a member of Bella Voce and Concert Choir.
We had mixed choir, Belton Singers, Bella Voce, concert choir, and women's choir all singing. And then the end is going to have had Holly Jolly come in, and all of the Belton Singers alumni came up to sing that. And the very end, we had to sing Peace Peace, which has been a tradition, which the audience sings with at the end. My favorite piece was Peace Peace because at the end all the seniors hold candles and they sing Silent Night.
Senior saxophone Eli Fisher is part of the concert band and jazz band.
All the bands from all the schools performed. The middle school went first, and the middle school jazz band, high school jazz band, high school concert band. We all played through a bunch of songs. It lasted about an hour and a half. It's good and bad at the same time. It's a happy experience because, I've been through this with all these people through all these years. But it's sad at the same time because, I won't be able to do it anymore with them. My favorite piece was Cut to the Chase in the high school jazz band. It was my favorite piece because I love improvising on the solo during that.
With Michael Landreth and Savannah Truitt, I'm Daniel Higgins for Cutlass TV News.
A recap on the Giving the Basics Drive by Chloe Murphy, Destiny Corals, and Robert Thomas.
Belton Stuco participated in a charity drive called Giving the Basics. Mrs. Fales shares what it is and why it's important.
Giving the Basics is a foundation that was started by a woman after the need was expressed to her that people that are on support can't buy hygiene products, they can only buy food products. And she had a close relationship that needed shampoo and hygiene items for her family. She had 6 children and no way to help support them. So she started this foundation. We did a drive here at Belton and collected over 1,000 items that we took down to their center last week, and actually found out while we were there that Belton School District is a recipient of the materials that are collected from the community. I think hearing the story, she showed a video to all of us that went down there, and hearing the story and seeing how people can't get to go to job interviews because they don't have good personal hygiene, they're not able to take care of themselves in a cleanliness manner. It was pretty impactful to think that they can't move forward because they're just stuck because they don't have hygiene products. And they are some of the most expensive products to go and buy when you are at the grocery store or the drugstore. I mean, shampoo and toothpaste and things that we just all take for granted that we have costs a lot of money to be able to restock.
Junior Savannah Eccles shares about her experience at Giving the Basics.
Whenever we went to Giving the Basics, we separated shampoo and conditioner and we toured the place. It was really cool. It made me really thankful for what I have because they talked to us about how many people they support and stuff, and I'm just thankful that I don't need that stuff. My favorite part was the experience of knowing that I'm giving back to others.
Junior Kyle Hankhouse explains Giving the Basics and how it impacted his life.
Giving the Basics provides the necessities of life that government assistance doesn't give you. So that would be toothpaste, toilet paper, deodorant, stuff like that to keep you clean that you can't use your food stamps card to buy. So going to Giving the Basics really showed me all that I do have and that I shouldn't take those things for granted, and that the small acts of gratitude really do help those in need, and yeah.
With Chloe Murphy and Destiny Corals, I'm Robert Thomas for Cutlass TV News.
Students and faculty share what they love most about this holiday season.
My favorite part about the holidays is all my family come together for one day and everybody's all loving.
One of my favorite holiday traditions is going to Colorado and spending a lot of time with my Jewish family, just celebrating Hanukkah.
My favorite part about the holidays are being together with family and friends.
Holidays are special to me because I get to spend time with my family.
My favorite holiday tradition is playing rock band with my family.
My favorite part of Christmas is always going to my cousin Joe's house, and we always just have a family party.
My favorite holiday memory is jumping into a frozen lake with my cousins.
My favorite part about the holidays is the time of the year.
My favorite holiday tradition is watching the same movies every year.
My favorite part about the holidays is being able to go home and visit with my family. I have a couple of nieces that have birthdays around the holidays, and that's always fun too.
Our tradition is wearing onesies.
Things about the holidays are I can sleep, not going to school, and I get gifts from my friends and family.
My favorite thing about Christmas is spending time with family.
My favorite holiday tradition is opening a present on Christmas Eve, and we have a party type thing.
My favorite part about the holidays is all of the happy moments that we all share together and all of the happy atmospheres that we all encounter.
My favorite thing about the holidays is Christmas Eve at 6:15, all the little kids get to open their presents. And at 6:30, all the adults. At 7 o'clock, it's pecan pie.
The thing I love most about Christmas is spending time with my family and giving and exchanging gifts.
Here's this week's sports report by Samantha LaValle and Kaylin Hill.
I'm Samantha LaValle. And I'm Kaylin Hill. And welcome back to Sports Report.
The varsity men's basketball team fell to North Kansas City Friday night by double digits.
The Pirates came within 5 in the second half, but were unable to get the defensive rebounds necessary to defeat the Hornets.
The JV team was able to pull out an exciting win overtime victory behind Sebastian Fuller's 30-point performance.
The girls swim team took 9th place on Saturday at the Winnetonka Holiday Invitational out of 29 schools.
Congratulations to the 400 free relay of Michaela Orend, Gabrielle Stoddard, Morgan Graves, and Grace Keltner for achieving their state consideration cut.
The Belton bowling team took 13th out of 20 teams. The coaches were very impressed with how well they did, being their first tournament competition.
Sunday, the team will be in St. Joseph at the Belt Bowl.
Girls swimming won 6 of 11 events on their way to sinking Grandview and Harrisonville. This brings their season record to 15-1.
The varsity men's basketball team defeated Pleasant Hill Tuesday night, 66-47 at home.
The Pirate Wrestling Squad defeated Winnetonka 52-21 to move 5-1 on the year and 2-0 in conference.
Don't forget to support your Pirates against Roy Peck at their house tonight.
Tune in next time for Sports Report.
Thanks for watching Belton High School.
Remember to tune in next week.
And as always,
Carpe diem.